Hello, Void. So, after a final chapter, you have to have a new beginning, right? And Friday the 13th, back with part 5. Okay, so, full disclosure, the first time I saw this movie many years ago, I didn't like this one. The twist on it blindsided me, and I just really, it didn't mesh for me on it. But on subsequent reviewings, and I have now seen it several times, it's definitely grown on me. So, this one. Now we're actually one thing I do like is that it is following up with Tommy Jarvis. So this would be the middle part of the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. So this one takes place umpteen years later. It doesn't really specify, but Tommy is now a young man, probably if I had to guess, like 18. So it's like maybe 10 years later. So I've forgotten entirely at this point where we are in the continuity now. But things are getting longer and more baffled. But anyway, Corey Feldman kind of does a little bit of cameo guest appearance at the beginning to try to sink in. I guess originally they wanted him in it for longer, but he just was unable to, so they did a quick little cameo. But this one takes place, like I said, several years later in kind of a halfway house. Jarvis has been institutionalized this whole time after his traumatic encounter with Jason, and is now just moving to a place like a halfway house just before he moves on and back to out into the world. So he's uh, essentially not really fitting in with the other residents, except for perhaps young Reckless, who's a kid who just lives with the caretaker of the place. Otherwise, they're trying to give him some therapy to help him ease back in, and which all goes fine until a brutal murder happens on the premises. Not related to Jason, just a very angry person here who kills a young guy who seems like he's a little slow, might have a problem or two, in a fit of rage, and after that, he then, well, bodies start turning up, and people get a little concerned because it's using old Jason Voorhees' old MO. Though the cops immediately say that no, Jason was cremated, he's ash, this can't be Jason, he's dead. And the movie tries to make you wonder whether or not it's Tommy Jarvis having freaked out and is now becoming Jason, as he's hallucinating and seeing Jason everywhere. So, I will save spoilers for a movie that's many years old now. This one was 85. So, this one, that Jason doesn't actually appear in this movie other than hallucinations, which I didn't like the first time I saw it. Afterwards, now, with having seen so many Jason movies, yeah, I'm okay with it being a little bit different. Especially with how off the rails things get later. Looking at you, Jason Goes to Hell. Anyway, the killer is someone else who, after seeing something traumatic, essentially wants to punish everyone around him. And does so by reenacting Jason's vengeance. Okay, so I'm fine with that. I do like how they differentiate whether that is Killer Using Jason by giving him a new hockey mask that has a little blue tinge instead of Jason's red. But and the few times you do see the red Jason are the ones that Tommy's hallucinating. So it's an interesting take, and also the first time I saw this, the humor was just so over the top that I didn't get into it. Now the Cycles is probably the funniest of the movies, given how over the top Ethel and Junior are. This backwoods family that just hates the fact that people that are from an asylum are living so nearby there and would like nothing more than just blow their heads off. They are twistedly redneck and so over the top that they're kind of amazing. They're clearly having a lot of fun in this. So, part 5, A New Beginning. This one definitely, you can tell it feels a little pared back. The gore is, there's some, but they cut away quite a bit more than they did in part 4. And also, while there is still some sex scenes, they are much shorter. And I believe the director said in the interviews in Crystal Lake Memories that they really butchered his movie. So, if it hadn't been butchered, this one I probably would rate a bit higher, but as it is, I give part 5, well, 5 MacGuffins. It's fine, but it definitely feels neutered. And it definitely tonally is quite inconsistent. You've got the over-the-top redneck family, and mixed with Tommy going through some deep-seated emotional things where he's barely talking and trying to adjust to life again. So it's hitting two very separate notes. That said, it's still a fun slasher film, but I only give this one. It's just okay. But yeah, the twist no longer bothers me, and I think is a bit of a fresh air, which keeps this one from falling a little further. So, part 5, 5 MacGuffins. Easy to remember on that one. See you guys soon.